Sunday. Welcome to the Jaden Show. Jaden Cornelious. It is absolutely wonderful to be with you today. And why? Because I get to introduce you to some incredible people on this show. And this week is no different. We are going all the way to the UK to meet incredible singer-songwriter, multi-award-winning singer-songwriter at only 18 years old, the incredible Amity Miller. You're going to meet him in a minute. But I think we should go and check out his showreel, don't you?
Isn't it strange that I'm afraid to be known, to be known, to be known? I'll keep it simple, you were hopeless, at least that was what you showed me, darling, when I was with you. Retaliate with everything you brought to avenge every shot of hands flying out to catch you when you fall. And I still know your middle name, and it's a crying shame that I still know each digit I would need to call. And it's an itch like running blood, every scratch another cut, and you slid past the epidermis of my skin. Who keeps letting you let all wounds scab over just to find you even closer, tearing scabs and ripping scars open again? Who keeps letting you in?
Incredible, absolutely incredible, and I know you are desperate to meet him, but you're going to have to wait because it is time for a Jaden Show commercial break. I've made you wait long enough. Let's welcome to the Jaden Show the incredibly talented, the multi-award-winning artist, Amity Miller, everybody. Amity Miller, multi-award-winning artist. Welcome to the Jaden Show. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing really good, actually. I'm really pleased to be here, so thank you so much.
It's a bloody pleasure. I'm really pleased you got the time to come and chat with me today. We're going to talk about your multi-award-winning because that is incredibly amazing at such a young age. I mean, you're only, 49 now?
18.
Oh, that's the one. I always get those two confused. I was just thinking of my age for a minute. That's what it was, and the 18 confused. So, normally, when I chat to artists and stuff, I say, I want to take you back to when you were younger. You know, you ain't got to go that far back. You understand? So I want to take you back when you were shorter. Let's just say that, right? So,
You're calling me short.
Not at the moment.
I will have you know, I'm 5'2.5", and the half counts. It matters.
Hey, I'm 5'6" and 3/4, and I have relished. Although actually now that probably 3/4 has dwindled, but I relish that 3/4. That was the 3/4 that nearly took me to a 5'7". So I hear you, and I also feel your pain. So let's talk about when you were 4 foot something, right? When you're little mini Miller, right? I want to know because I want to know how you got to become the multi-award-winning artist that you are today at an amazing age of 18 years old. So I want you to go back. I want you to tell me what musically was going on, in your youth, what you were listening to, what your family were listening to, what was going on around you that kind of started to develop the star that is Amity Miller.
Well, I think it probably started with a bit of musical theatre and things like that, because honestly, for me, I've grown up in a household that loves musical theatre and loves music in general, so I've always been surrounded by it, and I've always been singing along to it. And I remember, I think the first musical I went to see was Wicked. I remember going in year 3. And I still have the t-shirt from it that I got at the end. It's way too small for me now, but I still have it somewhere in my wardrobe / pigsty. But I remember just being in awe of the music, and it was just incredible. But I've always been surrounded by music. I've been singing for as long as I can remember, and there's a lot of music in my family as well. So, for example, my great-great-uncle was Harry Gold, who was a world-famous Dixieland jazz musician, back in his day, of course. Well,
you said his day, not my day. So that was back in your day, Jaden.
maybe a little bit before that as well.
Okay, cheers, a little bit.
just a tad.
3 or 6 months before, Jaden. Yeah, thanks for that. No, but that's amazing. Okay, what else? Tell me. I'm enthralled.
So there's a lot of music on my mum's side, because my mum, she sings in choirs, and she's got a lovely voice as well, and she can also play piano.
She needs to come on my show then. Tell her.
Well, she's over there actually.
You're next. Just to let
make a guest appearance for me.
No.
That would have been my mum's answer as well, to be fair. I got to be honest. That's really cool. Wow, okay, so your mum sings. That's really awesome.
Yeah, and my dad, he can sing, but he's never done anything professional with it as far as I'm aware. Unless there's some secret dad lore that I'm yet to know about. He's just popped his head round the corner.
#1 in Singapore.
No, you didn't.
What did he say?
You filthy liar.
What did he say?
He said he had a #1 in Singapore. He absolutely did not.
You don't know. It could have been that dad law thing again.
It could be that dad law.
All of a sudden, when you get in your 40s, and you're internationally famous, the Daily Mail will start printing something. Did you know your dad was #1 in Singapore in 1983? And you'll be like, I should never have doubted that, man. Should never have doubted it.
1983, I think my dad was like 6.
Oh my gosh, really? Your parents are younger than me? That's really...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm pretty sure I had a nice time. Anyway. So what was going on? I mean, so obviously your parents are crazy young as well. So what was going on around? I mean, was it just like musical stuff? Because I was a opera singer for many years. So I kind of got into kind of classical and opera and stuff like that. I was a R&B pop singer back in the 90s. But so I was doing shows with like a lot of the people from the Western musicals and stuff like that. Really, really loved it, and really could literally just close my eyes and sit back and listen to all these amazing singers. I mean, especially live, they were just incredible. Was that all that was going on around you musically, or was there like a little bit of like Britney Spears chucked in, or Pink Floyd? I mean, like what other flavors came into your musical upbringing?
So when I was little, I only ever really used to listen to the mainstream radio, and because of that, I only had a very it was actually very pop fixated when I was younger.
Yeah.
But then I discovered streaming platforms, and I
Sorry, no. Speaking the English, I don't understand.
oh
Speech like streaming music.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So I started like delving into other genres that I much prefer, and because I don't know if you heard the squeal in the background.
I thought you had a mouse or something running across.
No, I think that's just my brother and his friends.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, year sevens, am I right? Love you guys!
That's why I live on the side of the mountain in Mexico. It's I do. I've got loads of dogs and cats, so it gets a bit noisy here. So, what were the flavors that were starting to be introduced to your music
So
development?
I'd say I started to get into indie rock, and other stuff that was like a bit out to the side of what mainstream music is, and I started delving into some things that are completely different from that. Like I don't even know what genre to describe this as, but I discovered this incredible artist called Will Wood, and oh my god, this man, baby girl William Wood, is literally my idol because,
Really?
sorry, the lyrics, genius. The instrumentation, genius. Piano skills, incredible. Like, oh my god.
Wait, is he UK? Is he a UK artist or?
No, he's not. I think he's American.
Okay.
But he has like a band called Will Wood and the Tapeworms, and then he's also got his separate thing that's just Will Wood.
Okay.
And honestly, all of the music is insanely good.
I'm going to check him out. Thank you for introducing him.
Yeah, no, I adore the music. If there was such thing as like worshipping a song, I would do it. I would build a shrine to Will Wood's music.
Mate, people have worshipped sillier things, so you're more than welcome to. Who knows? At least it's good music, so it's positively quite healthy. When did you start? I mean, like, when did you start? Because obviously you play piano, and that. What other instruments do you play? Or is it just?
So I used to dabble in drums and guitar.
Okay.
But my hands are tiny, so I only know a few chords on the guitar. And my drum teacher moved away when I was studying drums to go and get married. Which
selfish. What's this about?
Yeah, I know, right? He just left me just like that, a poor defenseless boy on his own with a drum kit that might eat.
We need to track this boy down and find out what the hell is going on, quite frankly, because it's almost, it's blasphemy musically, I'm afraid. Let's not talk about that. Let's not take a negative turn. He'll get his karma. But anyway.
No, we love him.
So piano. So so you're 18 now. Most people, a lot of people that I've interviewed over the last 4 years kind of well, I'm in my 30s and I kind of started discovering my talent for music during the pandemic, because obviously a lot of people had a lot of time on their hands and stuff like that. When did you start discovering that you want to be a multi-award winning artist?
Honestly, it's really hard to pinpoint, but because I started writing songs when I was 9, and that was a few years before lockdown, and so it wasn't like at that point it was just a bit of a hobby. It was just something that I did as a cathartic, like an emotional outlet.
What vibe was that? I mean, like, is that like the current vibe that you're doing now? Is that how it started, or was it completely different? Was it kind of?
It was pretty different to what I've got going on now because obviously I was 9 and
Yeah.
did not have the emotional or intellectual depth to really put together lyrics that really resonate with not only me but other people as well.
Some people still don't have that in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. We'll talk about your TikTok video later.
Okay. But yeah. So during lockdown, for me, was probably the point where, and it wasn't even I want to be an artist. It was my parents. They noticed that the only time, because I had a massive breakdown during lockdown. A lot of traumatic things happened to me before, leading up to, and during that point. And because of that, I found myself in a darker place than ever before. And my music saved me. And I started like writing more and more prolifically. And my parents realized that the only times they really got their child back was either when I was writing music or performing it at concerts. Because I was part of this little music academy. It was like a second family. It was amazing. They shut down recently, but I'm so glad that that was a part of my journey because I don't think I would have gotten here without them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And amazing. I mean, even in our darkest moments, some of the most phenomenal stories and lyrics come from those moments. So everything is to be almost to be praised for its experiences and for its library of stuff that we can draw from as artists, right?
Definitely, because I think that because a lot of my songs come from personal experience and things that I've been through, things I've observed, and things that like either affect me or someone I know and care about, and or even just things that affect a lot of people in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
Things that I think need to be spoken about. Those are things I write about now. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to just be for catharsis. And then my parents started taking me to open mics, and people were so affected by the music that they would come up to me crying at the end. And I had so many people tell me their stories and how the music had resonated with them. And I had one person tell me that one of my songs, they wanted to get it as a tattoo over their cancer scar because they survived cancer.
Wow, amazing.
And I've had so many incredible stories of survivors of all sorts of things. And they tell me because they connect with my music and they connect with like the theme of it and what I've been through, even though it's not the same as what they've been through, they can relate on a deeper level.
It resonates with them, absolutely.
It does. And it showed me the power of music. It showed me that it can be part of someone's healing journey. It showed me that it can change people's entire perspectives, their lives.
It can also be between the line between life and death as well on some
Exactly.
levels. So no, it's the most powerful therapist on the planet. So
Agree.
yeah,
I agree.
absolutely. And how amazing that you've harnessed that at such an age. Like, oh my gosh, like I remember like like my background, I was born again. I'm not anymore, but I was born again Christian back in the day, and I started singing in church, and I had a little song ministry. So every Sunday I would sing, and I would like at the time it was praying. I'd probably call it like more meditation now, really. But I was kind of thinking, right, I really need a song that is going to touch people. And on that Sunday, I would sing a song, and then, like yourself, afterwards, people come, I've just gone through cancer, or I just had my diagnosis, and this, or my mother died last Wednesday, and every word of that song meant something. And then I went through the pop stage where I became a pop star in the 90s and was doing just conveyor belt, happy, fun, throw your handbag onto the middle of the floor and dance around it music. I mean, it was great stuff. And I loved it, and it had its place as well. And then as I got older and was doing classical crossover, I wanted to do a gospel album that wasn't religious in any way, but that had messages that it would touch people and lift people up. And, you know, it took me until my kind of, you know, quite a while to get my head around the importance of the therapeutic side of music, whereas at 18 you're already kicking some ass. So that's amazing. Like, that's really cool. And at the same time, you're exorcising your demons and also bringing you love and light, because you can also see how powerful, you know, what you're doing is benefiting the lives of others. That's an incredible testament. And your reviews are astronomical. I mean, like, they're just like, that's so amazing. When did you, I mean, was it the open mics where you became Amity Miller? Was that kind of when you kind of thought, yeah, this is who I am, this is the artist that you know, this is the road that I'm taking right now at this moment?
That's a really interesting question, and I think possibly the open mics is where that idea started to solidify, because it was like sort of there before. Like, I knew I wanted to share my music, I just didn't quite know why. And then when I realized it could help people, which is all I've ever really wanted to do, when I realized that it could change minds and hearts and perspectives, because I had someone from The Guardian who was at one of the open mics, who, when I was telling the story of one of the songs that I'd written when I was 14 called Ragdoll, I always introduced it by saying I wrote this one while I was trapped in an abusive relationship. I used to sing it as a cry for freedom, and now I sing it because I am free. And apparently, like, she wrote in the article that she laughed when she heard me say that, because she didn't believe it. But then when I started singing, it completely changed her mind. And, like, that's another thing that made me realize the true power of music and the effect that it can have. And, like, I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to make a positive impact on the world. And this is kind of like my way of doing it. And when I started going to these open mics and people started coming up to me with their stories and with their tears and with their healing, with their grief, with their joy, it moved me. It touched me so much that it solidified that idea of, this is what I'm meant to do.
This is your calling, absolutely. How did I mean, I want to talk about the Royal Albert Hall, because phenomenal. I've been there to see some of my idols in concert, but I've never even dreamt about singing there, actually. But phenomenal venue. Oh my goodness. How did that happen?
Whew. It was a wonderful experience, honestly. But it started with the Future Makers competition. And the Future Makers program was something that the Royal Albert Hall runs every year. I think I joined on the second year of it. And what you do is, third? Fourth? Really?
Oh, you're so slacking. Oh my goodness.
Yes. I have no concept of time whatsoever.
You're an artist, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, so I joined on, like, the fourth year of it running, and basically what you do is you send in a video submission of one of your songs, and I think it's that, right? Video?
Yeah, so it's like a search for the future
Yeah.
of British music.
Yeah, it is basically. They're looking for basically their future maker artist, their artist who they think is the future of music. And so that's, you send in your videos, and you, if you're lucky, you get selected for the second round, and then you go into the Elgar room at the hall, and you play in front of their team. And that part of the journey itself, like, the fact that I managed to get there, I already counted that as a win, because I managed to get there, and that's what mattered, and that I was really proud of that. And then I got through to the next round, which I think there were only like 8 artists selected to go through to the final round, and that was playing on the main stage at the Royal Albert Hall in the main venue itself. And I didn't expect anything from it. I expected to go in there, have a wonderful time, even though I was absolutely shaking in my boots.
I would have been as well, yeah, I get you.
There were thousands of people in the crowd. It was terrifying, exhilarating, and incredible all at once.
Yeah.
And I expected to go there, congratulate the winner, and then go home with my family and hope that they'd be proud of me. Which they would have been even if I hadn't won. But then when they were announcing the winner, it was my name that came out of their mouths. And I kind of stood there in shock for a moment. Mainly because of the fact that, wait a minute, that was my name. There has to be some kind of mistake. Because during the performance, I messed up. And I didn't think I could recover from it. I managed to recover the song, but I didn't think there was any chance of me winning.
Right.
But I managed to win. And it was partially the shock of that kept me frozen in place. But also, the massive confetti cannons. What? There were confetti cannons. It was awesome. And there was confetti everywhere. I love colourful things. And there was just shiny paper everywhere. Pretty colourful paper in the air, all around me, and they were saying that I'd won, and I was like, what do you mean? This is not real. I am in a dream. Bite me, I must be dreaming. So sorry. So I remember walking out to the front, and they asked me how I felt, and I just screamed into the microphone, because I couldn't think of anything to say. I was just so lost for words. They gave me the microphone, and I just went, ah!
That's the perfect Oscars speech, right? You've already prepped for that. That's wonderful.
It was insane. And so I spent a year with the Royal Albert Hall's support and guidance and funding, and they've been absolutely incredible. And then the next Future Makers competition, I got to come back, but not as a competitor, as the previous year's winner. So I played while the judges were deciding who would win that year's. And like playing on the Royal Albert Hall's main stage once is insane. Playing twice, like if I had a penny for every time that I'd performed on the Royal Albert Hall's main stage, I'd have 2 pennies, and that's not much. But it's weird that it happened twice.
It's 2 more than I've got. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was insane. And then I had a third show at the Royal Albert Hall. Not in the main stage, not in the main auditorium, but in the Elgar room. They let me put on my own show. So no other artists, just me, my band, and some incredible strings players. And it sold out.
Wow.
The show sold out. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, because they kept rejigging the seating so that we could sell more tickets, and they kept selling out.
Amazing.
It was, honestly...
Where'd you go from there? I mean, like, on something, it's like, this is incredible. Imagine this is your starting platform. Wow, you got a whole world to sort out now.
Oh my goodness.
Conker, that's amazing. What are you doing at the moment? I mean, firstly, how long ago was the Royal Albert Hall?
That's a really good question. I don't even know what
Well,
day
you didn't even know what year you went in, so yeah. Mum, when was the Royal Albert Hall?
July. There we go. That's when I had my show there.
This year.
So this year, that's when I had the show in the Elgar room in July.
Okay. So you was the competition in 2 years ago then, I guess. It would have been 2023.
So that's when I won the competition, and then the next year I came back as the winner.
Artist.
And then this year I put on my own show at the Royal Albert Hall.
Wow, incredible.
Oh yeah, they backed my EP. They like funded it and everything.
Hey.
It was incredible. They are honestly so supportive, and they're so lovely there. And I made friends with one of the security guards, and I love her so much. And she's awesome. And if she's seeing this, she knows who she is. I love you. You're awesome.
That's so amazing. So what's going on? I mean, so obviously in July you held your first mini concert at the Royal Albert Hall. OMG. What are you doing now? What's going on for you at this current moment?
Well, at the moment, I'm getting back in the studio because the show at the Royal Albert Hall was the release show for my debut EP.
Right.
and now I'm getting back in the studio, I'm recording more songs. At the same time, I've been posting on social media, and recently, one of my TikToks went nuts. It just exploded. I was writing a song, and I was like, ooh, this one's actually quite cool. I think I might post this one. So I took a video of it. It wasn't finished. I was halfway through it. But I took a video of where I'd gotten up to, posted it on the Saturday. By the evening, it was viral.
Amazing.
And it was just insane. So my distributor is on the phone to me going, we need to release this. And I'm like, what? But how am I supposed to rush release it when it takes months to get it through the studio? And they were like, well, you're going to have to record it just at home with what you've got and, you know, use your piano and get it out there. Just you at the piano is fine. Because normally I want to, like, put more on it. I'm not calling anyone a moron. Sorry, that's a...
More on it.
But, but... No, usually I want to put more instrumentation on, but this one, I'm thinking of doing another version at some point with more instrumentation, but for now, it's just going to be me and piano, and because people were demanding it, and so my distributor was like, put up another video of it, see if it's a fluke that it got viral. Put up another video. Same thing, got even more viral than the first one.
Sweet.
So that was insane. This is still going on. So this happened last Saturday, I think, so just a week ago. Oh, 2 Saturdays ago. I don't know. I have no time.
We really need to talk this. We need to talk about your whole concept.
Yeah. No, I cannot keep track of anything. Oh my goodness. But, so, in that time, however long that time was, my following count on TikTok has gone from, I think it was under 1,500 to almost 10,000.
Wow, incredible.
Which is insane. I'm like 150, 200 followers away from 10,000 at this current point when we're recording this.
Amazing.
It's, what do you mean that many people know about me? Like me, like my music. That is insane. What do you mean?
Mate.
Like, I'm
obviously pressing the right buttons.
Terrified. I'm slightly terrified. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's like, it's exciting, but it's terrifying. Because what do you mean?
But you know what? You don't need to be terrified, because what they're probably really grabbing onto is your authentic self. If you veer away from your authentic self, then you've got to start doing some work. While you are being Amity Miller, you're touching the right buttons, mate. I think, don't be terrified. Just keep being your authentic you. I think that is... I've done like 200 shows now. I've been doing this for 4 years. My math's a little bit crap. Anyway, so yeah, I've been doing it for about 4 years now. And the biggest theme that has come up is about authenticity, about just being you, because no one on this planet can do Amity Miller like Amity Miller. And that is obviously the winning combination, right? So just keep doing what you do the best. You.
Yippee!
Hurrah! I would be useless at Amity Miller. Although I'm probably better at times and dates than Amity is, but you know, there is actually probably not. Quite frankly, I mean, it is the 14th of September 2024 today, so
Not so sure about that one.
we're on the same page. It's all good. Don't worry about it. So at the moment, you are going viral. This is how amazing it is for me to grab hold of you before you're untouchable. That's amazing. And what are your future plans? Obviously, you're working on more material, more concerts. Do you get to go to play back at the Royal Albert Hall again? I mean, what is the future looking like for Amity Miller at the moment?
Well, I'm hoping that the Royal Albert Hall will have me back. I mean, they were making some very positive noises at the end of the Elgar Room show. They were like, oh my god, this is the most packed out we've ever seen that room. Which is insane. But So yeah, that was a massive compliment from the Royal Albert Hall. So, oh, my mum, did you hear that?
No.
My mum just said they said that they want me to perform on the main stage at some point in the future. Like just me, which is like as in
Amazing.
like me with my band and stuff. But like,
You heard
what?
it here, kids. It's a Jaden Show exclusive. Amity Miller in the future will have her own concert at the Royal Albert Hall on the main stage. We don't know about confetti cannons. We can't promise this. But we do know that Amity will be there.
Oh yeah, I am planning to go on a tour of the UK at some point, which will be really fun. I'm hoping to go and see some of like the people who like my music in places like Manchester, Bristol, Brighton, all the way up to Glasgow, and
Great.
there's a lot of places to cover. But I will try and get around to everyone.
Amazing.
But yeah, I've also got, like, at the point we're recording this, I've got a release show coming up for the song that's going viral on TikTok at the moment, To Make a Man. It's on the 7th of November.
Okay.
And it's at the Pheasant Tree in Chelsea, in London.
Sweet.
It's a Pizza Express live venue, so there's food. There's pizza. So I know it's tempting.
I am booking my flight, kiddo.
Absolutely, let's go.
I'm on that. I'm all over that. Music and
Yippee!
You don't need... Tell Simon Cowell or any of those, you don't need to do anything else. You're already rocking your own concerts with pizza.
Yeah,
Wish
and
I'd thought of
I
that.
have a special trick up my sleeve where I look at the audience and I go, can I get a yippee? And they all do it! It's amazing! They should not
Really?
put me in front of the microphone. I will abuse that power.
That's what it's there for. Look at global politics.
Real! So sorry.
I would rather some of the global leaders be doing that on the microphone than what's coming out of their gobs, to be fair.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
As you're saying, people still in their 60s and 70s still haven't got a clue emotionally about what's going on globally. So, yeah, what does make a man exactly?
Yeah. I've got that song. I've also got some other songs that are quite political as well, like Yes Men, White to the Murder. White to the Murder is actually coming out early 2026.
Okay.
So that's exciting. And I've got Blasphemy, which is why when you mentioned the word blasphemy earlier, I was like, oh, I know a song about that. But yeah. No, I've been on a bit of a roll recently with the political stuff because there's a lot happening.
Yes.
And if I have a platform, I'm going to use it to speak up and speak out.
Absolutely. Do you feel that... I mean... I've heard it said that you cannot change the world, but you can change your world. And that, as an example, can help to encourage other people to change. Do you think that when you... Obviously, because of your viral video as well, which is a political thing as well, right?
Yes.
Much. Do you think more people are liking you for your politically driven lyrics and stance at the moment? Do you think that is the thing that's kind of getting more votes for you at the moment?
Well, I think
Because you're not scared to say what you feel and mean?
I think that's a part of it. I think another part is that people can really resonate with what I'm saying. Because I've been doing TikTok live streams ever since this video started going viral. It's been incredible. And people have been coming onto the live streams, having gone on to whatever streaming platform they use to listen to the music I've already got out, which is only 4 songs, and they'll be coming on requesting songs that I haven't played on the TikTok live before because they've heard it on a streaming platform and they want me to play it for them. Which is utterly insane to me. But such a massive compliment. And those songs aren't that political at all. I mean, I've got one of the examples I can give is called Hurricane Heart, which is about the aftermath of a destructive relationship and how it can leave its claws in your skin even long after it's over. And you know, I had people coming on requesting that, even though I'd never played it on a TikTok live before, never uploaded any like clips of me playing it at the piano, and people were coming on asking for that, and
They've already got your back catalogue. That's amazing.
And I've got so many songs. I've got like tens of songs, maybe even I've got like 60 songs that I want to get out there. And it just there's so much. I've got a lot of material. And so I'm always like trying to figure out what do I play next on these TikTok lives, because I have so much that I want to share. But of course my voice can only take so much in one go. And I'm sure my neighbours can only take so much in one go too. But no, it's been insane at the moment.
It's amazing. It's so wonderful to hear. So we've talked about what's coming up, like in the immediate future. What are your plans? I mean, like if you're talking, I'd love to say looking 10 years down the line for me, I'll probably be dead. But for you, because I'll be way old at that point. But for you, when you're not even yet still 30, I'm not bitter on any level of existence. What are your, like, where do you want this to go? I mean, if you can look at yourself, you're in your 30s, you know, obviously you're crap with time and everything. So do your best, right? Imagine that you're in your 30s, you're a big grown up. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself musically, doing what and how?
Okay, that's a really good question. I have absolutely no clue. I know that I want to keep writing. I know that I want to keep helping people. I know that I want to make a difference. That's kind of what I've got planned. I want to get more music out there. I want to grow a community of positivity, support, and kindness. I want to do my bit to make the world a better place. And, you know, that's kind of the long-term goal.
You've already won me, because just the word kindness is probably rarer than diamonds at the moment in this current human climate. So kindness for me is probably the fact that you're being authentic. Like I said before, that's one of the most important things I think for artists. But kindness as well. You've got a new fan, kiddo. I'm going to be I was stalking your bloody YouTube before we even chatted. So I will be continuing to do that. I think it's amazing. Where can people find you? Where are you? I mean, to people at home, if Amity says the word Discord, you are able to say, what is Discord, in the comment section of this video, and Amity will explain. I'm still a little bit confused. Okay. But anyway, where are you, Amity Miller?
I'm everywhere.
I will.
I'm in your walls. I'm not, I promise. I'm not.
You're welcome here. I mean, it's a bit of a drop down the side of the mountain, so I'll choose that one, not that one if I was you. But where can people find you? They obviously love you. They obviously want to know more about you. So where are you? Where can they track you down?
Okay. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under the username Amity_sings. You can find... I hardly stream on Twitch, but I'm planning to start once I've got more people who will actually show up for that, because otherwise I'm just talking to nobody. But I've got a Twitch, that's Amity Sings, no underscore whatsoever, just Amity Sings. I've got a website, amity.music. I've got a YouTube, amitymiller. I've got Bandsintown, so you can figure out when I'm gonna be where performing. That is, I don't. Please don't stalk me. Love you guys.
But that's as close as we're getting. Don't be following me. No, you want people to stalk you and fight and follow you everywhere. That would be wonderful. You're not anyone, apparently, until you got haters and stalkers. That's what I was told. I'm still waiting for mine.
Good lord.
I think I've got a few haters, but I don't have any stalkers. They can't be bothered to climb the mountain to get here, mate. So, you know, I chose the best place to live, really. But, okay, so you're everywhere. Kids at home, everyone at home, everywhere you can find Amity Miller will be running along the bottom of this interview, and you will also find it in the title page to this episode as well. So please go and show Amity love. Go and show Amity support. Go and get Amity to your town. Because we all need to hear this music.
I will make you yippee.
Bet
I've also got a Discord server that you can join. If you know what Discord is, if you have Discord, I have a Discord server and it's awesome, and we have silly times in there. Silly fun times, silly fun little guy times. And we're gonna do like Jackbox events, so we're gonna have a load of fun. But yeah, it's gonna be really fun. And the link is in my Linktree. So if you go to the Linktree, click on the Discord icon, you should be able to get the invite. If not, you can DM me. My DMs are always open, so please do feel free to message me. And yeah, I will send it to you myself.
Amazing.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Amity Miller, thank you so much for being part of the Jaden Show. It's been wondrous meeting you. You started my day with fun and frivolity. I love it musically. Absolutely wonderful. No, it's been amazing. I wish you all the love and success on this planet. I think what you're doing is amazing. Your music and your voice really does deserve the praise that you're getting for it. And I hope you'll come back in a year's time. We'll have to put it in your mum's diary because, like I said, year. I mean, what is a year? It's linear, right? So when does a year start and finish? But anyway, so if you come back at some point in the future, then give us an update as to what you're doing and what's happening and what's coming out and where you're going and all that. That would be wonderful.
I would love to.
I would love you to. That would be super great. Amity Miller, thank you so much. People at home, before you finish your cheese sandwich and your cup of coffee, make sure you go and check Amity out on all social media platforms. You can also find Amity's music on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, all the major download and streaming platforms too. So before this computer goes off, do your homework and go and check everything out. And Amity, we are in touch and I will see you soon.
Yippee! Thank you so much.
Yippee! Bye!
Bye!
See you later. Incredible. What an artist. Just amazing. I really hope you've enjoyed today's show as much as I have enjoyed presenting it to you. I hope you go and check Amity out on all of his social media platforms and go and check out his music on all of the download and streaming platform that was mentioned not only in this show but that was running across the bottom of the screen in the interview and that you'll find in the title page of this episode as well. Go and show Amity some love and support. I will leave you with another Amity song. This is called Bite Me. It's bloody amazing. It's actually my favourite song at the moment, and I will see you next week. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to hit the tinkly bell. And I'll see you with another wonderful person next week on The Jaden Show. Take care. See you later, kids. Bye.
What's the difference? Unpredictable and dangerous are conflated, amalgamated with afraid. And what's the difference? This existence and reality are both verging upon merging with a dream. And where do devils end and gods begin? Where do you draw the line when both are thirsty, craving for blood sacrifice? Bite me, I must be dreaming. Tear my flesh clean off the bone. Why is it so relieving to melt in mouths like honeycomb? Bite me, 'cause I'm still reeling. Ground me with your sharp embrace. How are you so deceiving that your hands round my neck still feel like home? And what's the difference between hedonists and narcissists? Both chase pleasure, every measure for self-gain. And what's the difference? Animalistic and an animal. Praise the concept, instinct to God send till it breathes. And where do devils end and gods begin? Where do you draw the line when both are thirsty, craving for blood sacrifice? I must be dreaming. Tear my flesh clean off the bone. Why is it so relieving to melt in mouths like honeycomb? Bite me, 'cause I'm still reeling. Ground me with your sharp embrace. How are you so deceiving that your hands round my neck still feel like home? Still feel like home. Still feel like jaws around my brain. Must be why I'm still yours. You've staked your claim. Left marks in my skull, left scars in my heart. Under kinder gaze I fall apart. Bite me, I must be dreaming. Teeth gently graze my soul. Why is it so revealing to not be under your control? Bite me, 'cause I still need it. Craving the sting and pain. Why am I so uneasy when in these gentler arms I feel at home? I feel at home. I feel at home. I feel at home. I feel at home. I feel at home.